Hello, my name is Enrique, and I'm the CEO and founder of Privus, which is a Swiss cybersecurity company. And I'm going to talk to you about our latest project today called Privum. What is Privum? I'm going to show you on the website so you can see what we're scrolling down. Privum is our answer basically to the mass surveillance society that we live in case most people aren't aware, but you should probably be aware nowadays after the Snowden leaks that everything we do on the internet gets recorded. So everything we do is massively recorded and stored in multiple places. And so we decided to bring Privum to the world, and it's our antidote to that mass surveillance society. So what is it exactly? People ask us that. Well, Privum is a decentralized, secure, private internet, and I'll show you on the website the Privum network. As you can see, the idea behind Privum is to create a blockchain-enabled decentralized network where people can pool their bandwidth, share their bandwidth on a peer-to-peer manner from anywhere in the world, and in that manner they can restore their privacy. They can surf the internet, they can exchange information back and forth, everything completely private, secure, and without any fear of disruption, surveillance, or persecution. As you can see in the map here, it shows you a little example. These are Privum nodes. These Privum nodes are spread out all over the world. You all will become Privum nodes. Anyone can become a Privum node, and it's through that means that we will be able to bypass censorship techniques. So what exactly are we doing with Privum? Well, we're using blockchain, and we're using a decentralized and secure blockchain because that's the only way to guarantee censorship resistance and permissionless network. So we're actually using blockchain, in this case, not for financial transactions, but to create a robust network that cannot be taken down by anybody, including governments. Will be available all over the world and will also enable peer-to-peer transactions between the Privum nodes. We're also employing onion routing, as you can see here. Onion routing is a technique that was actually well known from Tor. So those of you who are familiar with the Tor project already know about onion routing. And it means basically that each packet, when it jumps from IP to IP, is its origin and destination is hidden from the destination. So in a nutshell, it allows to protect your anonymity and traffic analysis, which are sophisticated techniques to see what you're doing. We're also going to employ post-quantum encryption, which is something very important that most people do not speak about, but we find it to be of extreme importance for our project. Because as some of you may know, quantum computers are on the horizon, and sooner or later they will appear. And as soon as quantum computers appear, 99% of the encryption that we have on the internet will be broken. That means everything that you use now that's supposedly encrypted, in 5 to 10 years time, or 15, no one really knows, there's a big chance that will all end. And so that all your transactions will be retroactively decrypted. So even if you're private now, in 10 years time, that secret message you write, or that email, or that site that or a VPN you're using to go to a website, that can be de-anonymized, and all that can be retroactively decrypted. With Privum, that's not going to happen, and that because we know exactly about the techniques to overcome that problem. Another important part of the blockchain is, why are we doing this on the blockchain? There's so many blockchain projects. Well, this is what blockchain is actually all about. It's because there already is a very good project out there, what most of you know, called Tor, the onion router, which allows people to have similar characteristics to what Privum has. Unfortunately, Tor has a lot of problems because it was actually brought before blockchain. And one of the biggest problems which we try to solve is incentivization. So with Privum, you are incentivized to give your bandwidth to the network, and in exchange for that, you get PRVs. That is the missing aspect in Tor and other networks which don't allow them to grow. With us, it's going to grow because you will get actually paid in PRVs for sharing. So you're incentivized to give back to the network. We also have other techniques, for example, AI reputation scoring, which is another problem with Tor that we're going to try to address, which is malicious exit nodes, sniffing traffic, and other kind of problems. We're going to overcome that with new technology and with machine learning. At first, we'll become manual, but later on, we'll become AI. And obviously, all our code is open source. That's very important for us. It's part of our philosophy. We don't believe in security through obscurity. Anything that promises the kind of encryption we have needs to be bulletproof, and it needs to be open source. What does Privum used for? Well, you can use it if, for example, let's say you're in China, and right now everything gets crypto exchanges are blocked in China, excuse me. So that means that you can't trade. if you're in China. You're blocked. The Great Firewall won't allow you to trade out unless you use VPNs. VPNs have their own problems, which you can read about in the white paper. And so we believe Privum is a much better solution. And anyone in China or anywhere else in the world will be able to come out to the internet and bypass every means of surveillance and disruption, and will have basically reclaim their privacy back. So we have a couple examples on the website. One other one is for if you want to watch YouTube or you want to watch, let's say, Netflix in the US. You can't use VPNs nowadays because most of them are blocked, but you can use Privum, so you'll be able to watch US Netflix anywhere in the world. Also, just for your normal day-to-day affairs, you don't want it to be recorded by your ISP by other people. It gets stored everywhere, so use Privum. Privis already exists. It's a Swiss cybersecurity company, and Privum is a 100% owned subsidiary just for this ICO for the launch of Privum. With PRV, which is a token, the token sale, which will be available soon for everyone, when you acquire PRV, you can use it later on to use the Privum network. So it's the only means of access to the Privum network. And you can also use it right now to buy existing SecureLine Privis products. And for example, our flagship product, which is SecureLine, which is encrypted, peer-to-peer, open source based, bulletproof, private encrypted voice app with messaging and video calls and file transfers, all based out of our Swiss company. So no metadata collection and all the nice things. You can take a look on our website. There's a link to the Privis website so you can find out more about SecureLine. Right now, you can already buy SecureLine with PRVs at a pretty good discount, and other products which Privis will launch in the near future. Finally, the token sale. Like I said, we will be having a token sale very soon. We'll let you know when the date starts. What we often get asked is what exactly is a PRV and what can we use it for? So I want to just go quickly over. You have a bunch of detailed frequently asked questions at the end of the site. If you're interested in the product, I highly recommend you read them because we answer in great detail a lot of the common questions. But the most important one is the PRV, the token. What's it for? Like I said, you can use it to buy SecureLine products. You can use it also to to enter the Privum community. How do you acquire it? Well, there's three ways to acquire PRV during the token sale, obviously. Another one will be by sharing your bandwidth to the Privum network, and that's important to explain. So when you join the Privum network, you can be a buyer or a seller of PRVs, and PRVs stand for bandwidth. So if you share your bandwidth to the Privum network, you're selling your bandwidth in exchange for PRVs, all peer-to-peer, all with zero fees, no central authority, no intermediation by us. It's a pure community-based project. And so you sell your bandwidth, you get PRVs in return. And on the other side of the world, if you want to use somebody's connection, you pay with PRVs. And also you can acquire it on crypto exchanges once we get listed. I hope this answers a lot of the questions. So we're very excited, as you can imagine, building this new project. It's a big challenge. We're going to build it on top of the EOS blockchain because we believe it's the most scalable and the only one that can actually handle the type of volume that we envisage. And our idea is to create a living, breathing network, much like Bitcoin, which will become owned by the community. So no one will own it. There will be no central point of control, no censorship, the way blockchain and Bitcoin idea is supposed to be. That's the idea behind Privum, and it's urgent to restore privacy before we lose control of our own information. So I hope you enjoy this brief explanation. If you're interested, go to the site. We have a lot of information. The white paper is quite detailed, and we'd be happy to answer any questions. Just hit us up on social media. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer. Thank you.